This free step-by-step video comes to you directly from Haynes, creators of the world's best repair manuals. Fix your car or truck the right way with our accurate and reliable information at your side. You can complete more than 200 jobs on this vehicle when you purchase the complete online manual at Haynes.com.
Fluid level checks. Pull the hood release lever located underneath the steering wheel. Slide the hood safety latch, then raise the hood upwards. Brake fluid level. The brake master cylinder fluid reservoir is located on the driver's side of the engine compartment firewall. The fluid level should be maintained between the full and add lines on the side of the reservoir. If the fluid level is low, wipe the top of the reservoir and cap with a clean rag to prevent contamination of the system when the cap is unscrewed. Unscrew the cap from the brake fluid reservoir. While the reservoir cap is off, check the fluid in the reservoir for contamination. If rust deposits, dirt particles, or water droplets are present, the system should be properly drained, refilled, and bled. Top up the reservoir with the specified type of new brake fluid until the fluid reaches the full line. After filling the reservoir to the proper level, install the cap and make sure the cap is fully seated to prevent fluid leakage and/or contamination. Engine oil level. Pull the dipstick out of the tube and wipe away all of the oil from the end with a clean rag or paper towel. Insert the clean dipstick all the way back into the tube and pull it out again. Note the oil at the end of the dipstick. At its highest point, the level should be above the add line in the safe zone. To add oil, unscrew the oil filler cap and pour in the correct type of oil. Use a funnel to prevent oil spills. After adding oil, wait a few minutes to allow the level to stabilize, then pull out the dipstick and check the level again. Add more oil if required until it reaches the upper line. Be careful not to overfill the engine. Insert the dipstick and install the filler cap, tightening it by hand only. Coolant level. The coolant level in the reservoir should be checked regularly. The level in the reservoir varies with the temperature of the engine. When the engine is cold, the coolant level should be below the full mark on the dipstick. Once the engine has warmed up, the level should be at or near the full mark. If it isn't, allow the fluid in the tank to cool. Then remove the cap from the coolant reservoir and add coolant to bring the level slightly above the lowest hole on the dipstick. If it is necessary to open the radiator cap, wait until the system has cooled completely. Then wrap a thick cloth around the cap and turn it to the first stop. If any steam escapes, wait until the system has cooled further, then remove the cap. Add coolant to the radiator until it reaches the base of the filler neck. If only a small amount of coolant is required to bring the system up to the proper level, water can be used. However, repeated additions of water will dilute the antifreeze and water solution. Install the radiator cap securely, insert the coolant dipstick, and install the reservoir cap. Drive the vehicle, then recheck the coolant level. Power steering fluid level. The fluid reservoir for the power steering pump is located on the pump body at the front of the engine. For the check, the front wheels should be pointed straight ahead and the engine should be off. Use a clean rag to wipe off the reservoir cap and the area around the cap. This will help prevent any foreign matter from entering the reservoir during the check. The fluid reservoir has level range marks printed on the side, as well as a dipstick built into the cap. Either method of checking the level will work. Twist off the cap and check the temperature of the fluid at the end of the dipstick with your finger. Wipe off the fluid with a clean rag, reinsert the dipstick, then withdraw it and read the fluid level. The fluid should be at the proper level depending on whether it was checked hot or cold. If additional fluid is required, pour the specified type directly into the reservoir using a funnel to prevent spills. Never allow the fluid level to drop below the lower mark. Automatic transmission fluid level. Immediately after driving the vehicle, park it on a level surface, set the parking brake, and let the engine idle. While the engine is idling, depress the brake pedal and move the selector lever through all the gear ranges, ending in neutral. With the engine still idling, locate the automatic transmission dipstick in the engine compartment. Pull the dipstick away from the tube, wipe it off with a clean rag, then push it all the way back into the tube until the cap seats. Pull the dipstick out again and note the fluid level. The fluid level should be in the operating temperature range, which is within 2 upper dimples. If additional fluid is required, pour the specified fluid directly into the tube using a funnel. Add the fluid a little at a time and keep checking the level until it's correct. Also be sure to shift the gear selector lever through each range between additions. Insert the dipstick fully into the tube and turn off the engine. Windshield washer fluid level. Fluid for the windshield washer system is stored in a plastic reservoir located at the left side of the engine compartment. Pull off the cap and fill the windshield washer reservoir as necessary. Install the cap securely onto the filler neck when finished.